Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You hit the notification bell to stay up to date with all the content that we post from Monday through Friday. Today we're going to be looking at a few things, but it's a very short video because later today we are having a live stream for those of you who speak German. So make sure that you're there later today. So here we are looking, of course, at the falling wedge we have not been able to break out of. You can see a couple of times already, more than a couple of times, and we every time get rejected. We haven't been able to push through this line. However, another thing to notice here is that our drops in the price are becoming less and less dramatic as they were before. There's even a possibility we're building a double bottom here, which would be a good sign. However, my recommendation to you is to keep your fingers steady and stay away from making any movements today, because remember, later today the Federal Reserve is going to announce their decision regarding the interest rates. So we have to wait, in my opinion, until then to see what happens. Now, there's a couple of scenarios that could take place. One is that you see a pump all the way to the 50, maybe even to the 100 EMA line if we have a stronger pump. But after that, the price most likely will fall back down to the starting point. And this is usually a situation that takes place every time that you trade in the news. Because a lot of people start to come in to buy, and then they see the price goes up and then they sell, and of course that means the price falls back down very quickly. So keep that in mind. And of course the other possibility here as well is that the price will drop and then quickly recover and go back to the starting point as well. So all that just to say that be very careful when today you hear the news, that you don't just trade in the news, but rather with a very informed mind. Here also on the 1 hour chart, we see something interesting, and this is something that I mentioned yesterday in my Telegram group. That's why you guys can find the link in the description. It's very important that you join our group. It is completely free. And I mentioned that $37,700 line here has a potential for being a good support. In fact, I wrote here to be careful with on the 4 hour time frame that this level at $37,700 has to hold, and that's exactly what did happen yesterday on the 1 hour chart. We did dip below that level but quickly recover and then close every time above there. So right now you see, of course, we're also struggling with our EMA lines here on the 1 hour time frame. Also, another thing that I mentioned yesterday was that this accumulation zone here that we have to watch out, because probably we would go up and test the 200 EMA line. Unfortunately, that did not happen. In fact, our 100 EMA line was the one that rejected and brought the price back down after that. But again, the $37,700 level did hold very well. Also here on the 4 hour chart, you see the 13 and the 20 EMA lines are here as well, providing or giving us a lot of trouble to continue to move up. And we also have the resistance line from our falling wedge here, and that's exactly those three elements together is what caused the price to fall back down. So, but even here you see again how important the $37,700 level is at the moment for Bitcoin. So I personally don't see that today we're going to have a very exciting day when it comes to trading up until 15, maybe 20 minutes before the decision is made public from the FEDS. So it could be that rather today we spend the entire day just moving sideways before that happens, and then when it actually the event takes place, that's when you can see if how the markets will react, and of course then you could see a lot of volatility. Now let's go over and have a look at Ethereum, because again today's video is going to be rather short, but here we see that finally, or not finally, but luckily we are we have found some support here in an uptrend, and in fact we didn't build a lower low here on the 4-hour chart. We also have this support line here at $2,754. You can see we tested it already here once as support, and twice, and 3 times, and 4 times, then once again here. And so for now, that's of course good news. We, however, do have, of course, a resistance here from our falling wedge, and also our 50 EMA line, as you can see, was the sort of the straw that broke the camel's back and brought the price back down again. So we do have a lot of resistance at those levels as well. Also here on the 1-hour chart, you see that very clearly. Excuse me, the 50 EMA line here as well, providing a lot of resistance for the price. And also that's precisely very close to the previous level of support, which is now resistant at $2,815. So these two levels are very important for the price of Ethereum. And in general, for all altcoins today, the name of the game, or basically the game, is going to be watching out for Bitcoin and see what happens there. Because of course, if Bitcoin drops, then the altcoins will drop very hard as well. So this is my personal strategy for today, and that is if the price does go down, then that's where I will, open a few limit orders and open up a few positions to get some of those coins from the altcoin catalog, and put that in my HODL portfolio, or perhaps maybe even just for a quick profit. So I'm going to be doing that. Of course, again, this is not direct advice to anyone. That's just my own strategy. But it could also be, and that's another scenario, that actually the price does fall a little bit, but it's already part of what everybody was expecting, and then from there the market makers come and move the price massively towards the upside. So that's also a possibility, of course, and so that's why we just have to be very very mindful and very careful and see how things move along today. Now let's have a quick look at Apecoin, because we've been looking at this for a couple of days already. Here you can see that also the price fell a little yesterday. However, I see that possibly will form in what it could be a floor here, and we could be moving towards higher prices. But of course, also here the disclaimer is, do pay attention and see what happens with Bitcoin and the decision from the FEDS. So again, today we're going to have a live stream on my German channel. Those of you who speak German and would be interested, you are more than welcome to stop by and have a look. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel here, the English version. And of course, you are welcome too. Now let's have a look at the news. I found this interesting graphic here on Twitter, and I just wanted to bring it up to you here. This comparison, what happened in 2015 to 2017 and then 2021 until now, where you see there's this cold flip. Each one of these candles is equivalent to 5 days. However, there's a difference here for months. It's not the same amount of months as in the graphic on the left, but nonetheless, it's trying to draw a comparison and think that to show that maybe we are about to see higher prices. I personally don't think that we're going to see a big move like the one on the left, one that could bring the price to, I don't know, $200,000 or something like that. Definitely not. At least I really don't think so. But I wanted to see what you guys think. How you feeling about the current market situation? Please let me know in your comments if you think that something like this is what is taking place currently. Also in the news, crypto.com has announced that they're going to be reducing their staking rewards, and in some cases maybe even dropping them altogether. which of course it is become a bit of an issue, especially for the members or those who were already members and already had the previous terms and conditions for their card. And so a lot of people were, of course, and understandably angry and upset that this is what was taking place. Some of the reasons that they gave was that they wanted this to be something that they could, continue to do in the long run, provide these services. So that's why they had to make these cuts. But nonetheless, that just means that new people and old people, old members, basically now are gonna enjoy less rewards from this company. So I thought it was an interesting article. Of course, this is one of the big companies that deals with cryptocurrencies and financial services. So anyway, just something to ponder on. And again, today, later today, for those of you who speak German and would like to join us in the live stream, make sure that you are there and you support us. You can even set up a reminder so that you know exactly when we're coming live. Here in the German time, we will be going live at 7:30 in the evening. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later today or tomorrow at the very latest. Bye-bye.